Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. My name's Mike. Hope you guys are doing great. So today I want to do a video. It's a book tag video, and it's called the Banned Book Tag. So the creator of this is Katrina at Miss Peepers-Reading-Corner, and I'll link her channel in the description so she gets credit for this. Now no one tagged me on this. I just seen it and thought it was kind of cool, so I wanted to do it too. So this has got 5 questions on this tag. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started here. The first question is, do you intentionally read banned books? Why or why not? No, I don't intentionally read banned books. I have in the past chosen a few banned books that I knew were banned and controversial specifically for that, but that was just a few. I mean, I probably have a dozen different books that are banned, but I didn't know all of them were banned necessarily when I bought them. After I got them, I kind of looked into them. But so no, I don't intentionally read banned books. Number 2 is, tell us about your favorite banned book. So for me, the first thing that comes to my mind is 1984 by George Orwell. Now, I live in America, and right now there's a lot of stuff going on in our politics and our culture and society. I'm not saying what's going on here is like this book, but there are some things, that if you've ever read this, it kind of makes your ears perk up a little bit. I'm not trying to get too far off in the politics or anything like that, but so it's kind of, eerily similar, some stuff. So, all right, the next question, number 3, is share a story about book banning. So when I was doing research for this video, I came across something I thought was pretty hilarious. Now, I don't know if other countries have this book series here. This is more of like a kid's, I think, probably elementary, middle school grade book series, and it's Captain Underpants. So in 2012, Captain Underpants was the most banned book in America. And the funny part I thought about that was it was even surpassing 50 Shades of Grey. Like, it was more banned than 50 Shades of Grey. Now, if you don't know what that is, 50 Shades of Grey, go look it up. It's pretty intense. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 or something books in that, 50 Shades of Grey. And I believe they even made a couple movies on it or something. It's pretty explicit. But what I thought was kind of funny was Captain Underpants was banned for inappropriate language, and like one of the things on there was that I guess one of the kids or the main character called a teacher that mean old guy. Like, that's just crazy, that's hilarious. Another one was the book James and the Giant Peach. Now, I didn't read that as a kid, but I do remember watching that movie as a kid in elementary school in one of our classes, and you don't think anything of it. I guess some of the reasons they banned that book was because of, like, if you ever seen the movie or read the book, when that, like, the pumpkin rolls down the hill and, sorry, the background noise, when the pumpkin rolls down the hill and rolls over his ants, it was things like that that they banned it. But that was like early 2000s, so different time, different culture. Let's see, number 4. Which book would you memorize to save it from the censor? So I've actually got 2 on this one, and I forgot to grab the other copy. I have both of them, but I only have one in the hand. So, and they both kind of go together. So the first one is actually a graphic novel, and I'm going to kind of cover up some of the stuff on the front here, because I don't know if YouTube's going to like it, but is Mouse, The Complete Mouse by Art Spiegelman. And the second one is The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. I've always been really interested in World War II history, especially Nazi Germany, and I think that knowing history is very important. That old saying of, if you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it. I think that's very important to know. So, number 5, last question. Are there any books that challenge your opinion on book banning? Yeah, probably like Mouse or the Diary of Anne Frank, 1984, stuff like that, where maybe you have too much overreach not necessarily by the government maybe, but like here in America we have something called the ALA. That's the American Library Association, and I don't know if they're tied in with the government or anything, but you know, organizations like that, they kind of get too much overreach in my opinion, and you know, they'll ban certain stuff. So yeah, maybe stuff like that, but not really in general. Doesn't challenge my opinion on book banning. You know, here in America, free speech is part of our Constitution. As long as it's not hate, not like you can't threaten anybody. You know, so it's not, if you're not saying you're going to go out and do some harm to somebody, you know, something like that. Free speech is pretty widely accepted. So I think that everyone should have the freedom of speech and say what they want, as long as they're not hurting other people or forcing their opinions on other people. You know, so, and then so the last thing on this list is to tag some people. So like I said, I'm gonna put Katrina's her channel in the description, and then I'm gonna tag a few people down below, and hopefully they do it, and you know, maybe they can have a few different books that I don't have, you know, maybe different countries, things like that. So I think that'd be pretty interesting to see. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.